Jalen Dalton. We've talked a lot about Jalen going back to the spring. He finally got out there.
Yeah.
A lot of encouraging things, obviously. What did you like most about what he did?
Just that he really attacked it. It looked like he was having a good time doing it. He had a few mistakes. I think he left a few plays out there, but he played a lot, and so it was good for him. That was his first game. I think he had over 40 snaps, so he held up well. He did some good things, and it's definitely something to build on in the weeks to come.
When you say he left a few plays out there, and he finally had a chance to see himself on film in a real game.
Right.
I just talked to Coach Chiswick about how invaluable that is. Can you see him, the learning process, even speeding up now that he was actually able to see it in the game situation?
It's a lot easier when you see yourself doing it and the self-correct things, you know. It's a lot easier. So it made it a lot better. And even from Sunday, when you watch the game film, transition into Tuesday and Wednesday practice, you see the carryover on minimizing those mistakes from the last week. So it makes it a lot easier.
You said he played over 40 snaps.
Right.
Did you guys have like a snap number in mind, or was it going to be situational?
I had a good idea if he was feeling it and if we were rolling. We only had 8 or 9 guys, so it was going to be a good deal for those guys to get a chance to get a good feel for it. I knew I was going to play more than 5 snaps for sure. It just ended up being 45.
But he was out there in Wake's first possession, I believe.
No.
Second possession, the one that they scored, I believe, right?
Right.
Okay, he was out there. That's early in the game for a guy, given where he was the last previous week. So you just throw him at the fire, see how he handles it. That's better than if he knows he's going to play and he's kind of standing there waiting and waiting.
Right. Why wait? Throw him in the fire.
And when he got out there, was the first couple snaps, did he look like sort of the baby doe out there trying to feel his way, or was he pretty efficient right away?
Yeah, I think the big issue with that is if the guys aren't doing well, if the game's not coming to them, if it looks too fast for them, then I'm not going to put them in those situations, you know, not to really succeed. So the big thing is when they went out there early, it looked like he knew what he was doing. And so we just kept on rolling with it. Those guys once they started getting a good feel for it, had a few 3 and outs, forced a turnover here, and, you know, you just keep rolling the hot guys. So
Virginia is a little bit more physical offensively, physical offensive line. I like to run the ball, you know, with power. They use fullbacks, that kind of thing, tight end, double tight ends. That's a little different than what you did faced last week.
Right.
So for a guy like not just Jalen, but the line in general, you guys haven't played sort of a straight-ahead power team like this, because Georgia Tech runs a lot of wide stuff.
Right.
Just the adjustment of going up against something like this as opposed to what you guys have faced.
You know what? I think week to week, South Carolina, they ran the ball. They had a big O-line. I think week to week, you just kind of adjust. You know, these guys really screen the ball well, you know, and they mix in, run, and play action pass with it. So you really got to continue to prepare well for these, because they'll personnel you to death. They'll do this, they'll do that, they'll break it out as far as the formations, and I don't think it's that big of a change-up, you know, as far as, hey guys, this is a physical group this week, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. I think the big thing is being able to line up to the various things that they do, you know, and execute it. A zone block is a zone block, you know. Power scheme is power scheme. So, you know, I mean, they're good. They're a good group. I think this will be the best group of O-linemen that we've faced. It'll be a good challenge for us.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.